Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Paddington's house from the movie Paddington. Well, I mean, it's not strictly his house, but you know, he somewhat lives there, so I figured that this is the best thing to make for the movie. If you guys enjoy this one, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. And maybe suggest some other stuff that you'd like to see in the future as well. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you would like to see all of the other things that I'm going to be making in the future. There's plenty of stuff that I'm going to be building, and I'm sure that you guys might want to see some of it. But without any further ado, let's do this thing. So the house will fit into a 14 block by a 24 block area. 14 blocks coming across the front by about 24 blocks coming towards the back. You might want to leave a little bit more space than this, but about this amount of space should be fine. We also need all of the materials that you can see in my inventory right now, and you might even want to grab a few more depending upon what you actually want to do to the inside of the house and the street. But these are the base materials. Once you have them all, we can begin. So I'm going to start off the house with a row of 7 light blue concrete coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm then going to place a white concrete on top. I'm then going to go right by 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then from this 13th block, I want to go up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm then going to go left by 3 with the white stained glass. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 with the white concrete. I'm then going to go left by 2 with light blue. 1, 2. And then I'm going to go left by 1 with white. Then 3 with white glass. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 with white. And then 2 with light blue. 1, 2. Like this. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to extend each one of those white concrete blocks down to the previous level of white concrete. Just like this, I'm just going to connect it all back to the frame, just like so. I'm also going to fill inside of these 2 windows in using white glass, as these are of course windows, so they do want to majoritively be glass. And then the 2 areas in between can be filled in using light blue concrete, just like I'm doing now. So just that middle bit there, and also this little bit here on the left. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to make these 2 windows fancier. The way to do this is by placing a row of quartz slabs at the top of the windows going from left to right, and that's for both of these. Then leave half a row's gap and then do the same thing. So leaving half a row of gap, you want to do the same thing. So you create a cool effect at the top of the window. You then want to place 2 entire rows of a light blue concrete on top of the house. So literally going from one side of the house to the other, not 1 row of blue concrete, but you want to place 2 rows of blue concrete like this. And then in the same position that you actually place these 2 windows, we want to make 2 more. But to make it easy, we want to take the very top of the right hand row of light blue. So the very right, we want to take this light blue and we want to place 5 white concrete coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We then want to place 3 glass going left. 1, 2, 3. White concrete. 2 blue. 1, 2. White concrete. 3 glass, 1, 2, 3, white concrete, and then 2 blue, 1, 2. What we can then do, and we did the same thing earlier, take each white concrete and extend the white concrete downwards. This will make it so that it connects to the previous level of the house. We also want to fill in left and right of the windows using our light blue concrete, which is something that we've done before. Just fill the middle bit and the left hand bit in with light blue, and then fill the windows themselves in using glass, which I'm sure that you guys might imagine that windows are indeed filled in with glass. There we go. Then these windows are a little bit different, okay? So these windows we want to place upside down quartz stairs on top of the top left hand corner of the window and the top right, top left, top right, like this. We also want to place upside down quartz stairs underneath the window at the bottom left hand side and the bottom right, bottom left, bottom right. And then we want to connect the bottoms of the windows together using quartz slab like this. Alright, what we then want to do is we want to place 2 rows of black concrete directly on top of the house. So this is going to be 1 row of black concrete directly on top, and then 2 rows of black concrete directly on top of the house. We want to place quartz slab on top of each upside down stairs, and we want to connect the quartz slabs together in a fashion such as this. What we then want to do to finish this off is we want to place a row of quartz slab right at the top of the house. So right at the top of the house we want to have a row of quartz slab going from left to right like this. So this is the sort of effect that we're looking for. It's a pretty cool effect, to be honest. I really do quite like it. Now, the next thing that we are going to do right here is we are going to make the entrance. The entrance is a little bit tricky, so I kind of want to get it out of the way, to be honest with you. So, the entrance is going to be situated underneath this right-hand bottom window. So, the window that we have on the bottom right-hand side of the build here. Okay? We want to grab the white concrete, and we want to place 3 rows of white concrete coming out underneath this window. So you take the bottom row of white concrete and you place 1 row in front of it, 2, and 3, like that. That's all you want to do. What we then want to do is we want to take the first row of concrete on the right hand side and also the left hand side, and you want to place a row of pillar quartz block coming down from the left hand side and right hand sides of that particular part of the extended window, if that makes sense. So you want to have those 2 rows there, left and right, coming down from this first initial row. Perfect. What we then want to do is we want to place a row of 2 quartz slabs in front of the top of those pillars. 1, 2, 1, 2, just like that. We then want to place a row of pillar quartz block coming up from the ground to meet those rows of quartz slab. So you place the 2 rows of quartz slab, followed by a row of pillar quartz block, which will sit in front of the slab, like that. You can then place an entire row of quartz slab going all the way around the top of the white concrete that you placed coming out of the window. So we kind of want to have a shape which should look like that. Fairly simple, right? Now, once you've got that sorted out, we do also have to make the entrance itself. So I'm going to get rid of the pillar quartz block for a while because I don't think we need it, and I'm going to grab stone slabs. I want to place 2 rows of stone slabs connecting the bottom inwards pillar quartz blocks together. 1 row, 2 rows, like that. I'm going to place light grey concrete behind, and I want to place a door on top of the middle concrete, with light grey concrete around the door on the left, and on top, connecting together. Then above the door, I'm going to place a row of quartz slab like this. So I want to have a row of quartz slab going from left to right above the door in front of the light grey. And then I want to have 2 rows of glass on top of the light grey. So like 1 row and then 2 rows like that. And then just to finish this off, what I think that we might add is we might add a tad more white concrete underneath here. So we might add some white concrete coming like this, if that makes sense. So like previously, we had this, right? I think I'm going to add white concrete underneath this, underneath the like platform of white concrete that we have. And then I'm going to place quartz slab coming across the 2 front pillar quartz blocks, connecting together like that. I'm also going to extend these stone slabs forwards here. I want to take the stone slabs at the base of the door and I want to place 3 rows. 1, 2, 3 coming forwards. I then want to do 2 more rows, but this time in the ground coming forwards. 1, 2. Then I'm going to place some stone slabs in the ground. I'm going to destroy to the right of these stone slabs. I want to destroy just to the right of them. Replace that with grey. I want to destroy to the left of the stone slabs. Replace with grey. I want to take this outer stone slab here. I want to destroy it, coming all the way to the left. And then I actually want to connect it to the house, if that makes sense. So I want to destroy going left of this, and then connect it back to the house. Just like that. What I'm then going to do is, I think that the next thing that we're going to do, I'm not missing material. I'm going to grab nether brick fence. And, we should place some grey concrete. You know where we have this single row of stone slabs, like this half row? I'm going to place grey concrete on the left and the right, connecting the pillars together. Which means I'm then going to place nether brick fence on top of the grey concrete. And I'm also going to place nether brick fence on top of the grey concrete that we have around the house as well. Like, just like bordering it around there, just on top of the grey concrete like that. And what I'm also going to do, I might even add a little bit of light. Like, I might knock out this center white concrete here, and I might add like a little bit of a light in the form of a sea lantern, just so that that kind of like brightens up the entrance a bit, because it is a little bit dark, to tell you guys the truth. It is a little bit dark. You might not want to add that though. And we have to now do the rest of the front of the house. So I'll tell you what I will do actually. I'm gonna do the street a little bit. So you can see here that we have the width of the house, right? We have from this nether brick fence all the way to that nether brick fence. I'm going to destroy the first 3 rows in front of the house, and I'm going to destroy the grass, and I'm going to replace it with stone slabs. And this is going to just lead you straight onto the street. The house, obviously, you know, the house goes directly onto the street. It's in amongst a bunch of terrace houses. There's like a yellow house, and I think maybe even like a pink one as well. Maybe like a yellow or a white one or something. Like, this is connected to a bunch of other houses. Hence why all of the detail is on the front and not the sides, because it does not exist. So, once we've made that little street area, I want to take... You see this window on the very bottom left-hand side of the house? This window right here. Underneath this window, I want to place 2 rows of... Actually, I think I just want to place 1 row of blue concrete underneath this window. So, 1 row of blue concrete directly underneath the window. Then, underneath the blue concrete, going from left to right, I want to place a white glass, white concrete. White glass, white concrete, white glass. I'm then going to place 3 rows coming down. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then, 1, 2, 3. Like this. I'm then going to place 2 rows of light blue coming down from that window like this. And that will hit the floor. Then all I want to do is fill in left and right of this window connecting to the back of the entrance. I kind of just want to have all of this filled in with light blue. You might even want to like fill in behind the entrance a little bit as well, just to like form a solid wall. So like as we look back onto our build like this, there's no holes or gaps or anything crazy like that. It's, you know, it's a little bit important not to have any weird holes. And then on the front of the house, coming back to this window that we have here, we want to place a row of quartz slab at the bottom of the window and in front of the top of the window like this. Just to give it a bit more of style. What we're then going to do is we want to take this area that we have right here, this grassy area, I'm going to destroy all of the grass. I want to get rid of it all. And I actually want to dig as far down as bedrock. Now, I'm in a super flat world, which means bedrock is not that far. You yourself are going to want to dig out not only one row, like we've just done now, but 2 rows, 3 rows, and that's it. You want to dig 3 rows down within the confines of the area that we had in front of us. So like the area in the middle left part of the house, or the left corner of the house, we just want to have dug all of that out like this, all the way down to bedrock, as you can see. And that's pretty much it. Like, you just want to dig this out, right? What I'm then going to do is I'm going to destroy all of this earth here below the house in front of me, because I want to be able to have like a basement window down here. So underneath the window that we have just above us, we want to, starting from like the left of the window coming down, we want to start from this position, and we want to place 2 glass going right, 1, 2, white concrete, 2 glass. And I want to extend all of the glass and all of the concrete coming down like so. I'm going to fill in the rest of it using light blue concrete like this. And then I'm going to fill the floor of this in using stone slabs. So I want to completely fill the floor of this in using stone slabs. And that is a little basement window that we have right there. I actually really like that. I think it's kind of like a cool feature of the house. Now, the rest of this, what you want to do basically is you want to dig out all of the earth that we see here, and I have opted to replace it with grey concrete. Now, you could make a case that you kind of want to take, I'll show you this in a second, like, you know, I'm going to replace definitely the front, and definitely this left-hand side is going to be replaced with grey concrete. Oh, and here's another thing, you know these windows, if you're actually not going to use the house, do yourself a favor, destroy behind the windows and place, like, black concrete in them, or white concrete, or whatever concrete it is that you want to place, whatever color it is you want to place, and then add the glass in front of the windows, and then you will get a like a nice sort of effect, a nicer effect than you would get than just leaving like dirt behind them. But like here, where we have these pillars of pillar quartz block, you might feel the need to like build that. I actually just got rid of the material. You might feel the need to like build this all the way down to the ground. It's up to you whether you want to do that or not. Like whether you think that looks better or whether you like it with just the grey concrete. It's kind of up to you. You know, you do you. But yeah, that's what we actually have so far, and we are all very much almost done with this, guys, or at least the hard bit. So the next part of this is going to be extending the actual house backwards. So we want to take the house and extend it backwards. So what that means is we're going to take the very bottom of these sides of the house. So we're going to come right to the back, and we're going to take this block and we're going to extend it backwards by 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we're going to take the opposite side and do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then I'm going to connect these blue blocks together at the back, and this is going to form the actual house. Like, you can extend it further back if you like, if you find that you need more space, but that's as far back as I'm going to go. And we want to add rows of blue concrete on top of this until, now here's the thing, we want to go up as high as this. So you can see where we have this row of white concrete that kind of like cuts the house in half. That's as far up as we want to go. So that is as far up as we're going to go. And then once we have done all of these rows of blue that you can see me placing here, we will then be placing the row of white that goes all the way through the middle of the house. So we've got the rows of blue here, and then we want to have the same on the back, as you can see me placing here, we just want to have the same rows of blue on the back. It is quite a few rows, but you know, this at least this is a particularly easy part of the house. This is just building up many rows of material until we eventually have the desired shape, which it's just kind of like a normal sort of townhouse, really, which is what I like about this quite a lot. I think it's a really nice looking townhouse. I really do quite enjoy it. So we're going to be placing the rows of blue coming all the way up. Might take a while, but you know, it is what it is. We only have a couple more rows of blue, and then we will be doing one row of white once we have reached this point right here where the white cuts the house in half. Then we're going to add this row of white just like this, going all the way around just like so. And then we want to have more rows of blue coming up as high as here, like as high as where we have the black concrete at the top of the roof. That is as high as we want to build up the sides of the house. Now, I did mention this in an earlier part of the video, but I want to make sure that I get this out again. The reason that there is no detail on the sides of the house or even the back is because this is a townhouse, and what that means is essentially, well, I say a townhouse, it is a terraced house, and a terrace house is when it has two other houses attached to it, to the left and to the right, which basically means there's no windows on the left or right hand side of the house. It is strictly the front of the house and the back of the house which has all of the details. So again, like, because it's a terrace house, it's connected to two other houses, it's just plain walls. That's all it is. So that's why there is no detail. I've not even included detail on the back because I couldn't find any information about the back of the house, which is and when that happens, I just pretty much like to leave everything blank because you never know what is actually going to be on the back, and I'd rather not make stuff up if I don't have to. So absolutely everything that you see here is about as close as I can get to the actual house itself, and anything else I would be completely adding randomly. So this is all of the blue that we've had to add until we get up to these two rows of black. I'm just going to place two rows of black on top of the blue, going all the way around, and then that is going to be like, this is about as high as the house gets. Like, as soon as you've placed the two rows of black, then that is as high as the house gets. We also do have to fill in the roof, which I'm going to use, I think I'll use white concrete for. So like, once we've reached this point right here, I'm now going to fill in the top of the roof with white concrete. Although it really shouldn't matter what you do fill in the roof with and stuff. Like, I mean, how many people are actually going to be seeing the top of this thing? Probably not too many. So I mean, you could even fill it in with glowstone if you wanted to, and too many people probably wouldn't even notice. But we are almost done with the house. We do have just a little bit of minor details to add, which really do improve the look of the house quite a bit. I don't really want to gloss over them, but I'll show you those in just a moment. So that is the roof filled in using the white concrete, which gives us a house that looks like that. That's what we're working with right now, which looks great, but it's not quite right. Grab the quartz slab. You see where we have the row of quartz slab that goes around the top of the entrance here, right? Just below the window. You want to extend that quartz slab backwards around the back of the house. Coming around the back, it wants to come across the back of the house, and all the way up the side of the house, the left-hand side of the house, it wants to come all this way, and then it wants to come across the front here, like this. We then want to grab some nether brick fence, and starting from the very left-hand side of the house here, like where we have the blue concrete, we want to place a row of nether brick fence coming all the way over to the right. And we want it to connect to the window here, and then it wants to extend forwards on top of the white concrete, extend it to the right on top of the white concrete, and then backwards to hit the side of the window, like this. So you have added that little bit of minor detail. And of course, we want to take the quartz slab at the top of the house, where we have these two rows, one at the bottom of the block and one at the top, and we want to have 2 rows of quartz slab going all the way around the top of this, just in front of the black concrete, just going all the way around, all the sides, just like this. And it just makes the house look a little bit nicer. So you want to take both of those rows and just extend them around. Now these wouldn't exist, like you wouldn't see these in the actual real version of the house, like in real life. But that is because it's a terrace house, like I said. So I have made just 2 minor changes in doing that, which I think make the house look a lot more complete. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is actually Paddington's house. I really like it, not only because I think it's quite a nice film. I love me some Paddington Bear, but because it is also quite a nice townhouse as well. Like this is a real life house. This is based on an actual house that exists in London somewhere. And I think it looks really cool, no matter whether or not you like the affiliation with the film. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. I honestly would. If you do like the video, please hit that like button. Really helps me out and lets me know that you enjoy this sort of stuff. And if you would like to check out any more of my upcoming builds, please subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. Let me know what you do want to see in the comments, and of course, if you do want to check out anything that I have made previously, whether it be cartoon related or real house related or whatever, then please check out the cartoon builds playlist in the card system and the description below. You'll be able to find that very easily. It'll be linked nice and clearly. That's pretty much everything, guys. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.